A statewide coalition of community members and groups today launched a signature gathering drive. They're calling it Respect Nebraska Voters, and the idea is to make it more difficult for the Nebraska legislature to weaken laws that Nebraskans adopted through the initiative process. Supporters cited a long list of laws that the legislature and state have worked to overturn.
Seen why this protection is needed. After almost 75% of us voted for earned paid sick leave just last year, the Nebraska legislature took it away from 140,000 Nebraskans, a huge share of our workforce. And we've seen those same lawmakers vote to significantly undercut the minimum wage increases most Nebraskans voted for, making it more likely that future wages won't keep up with our growing cost of living. We'll likely see another effort to undercut that bill this session.
This, as the newly created state commission overseeing medical marijuana has sharply restricted patient access. Another speaker said the petition drive is a, quote, Nebraska-led response to lawmakers undermining and ignoring our voices. The U.S. is dropping